First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin.
It's week 9 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. It was a nice round number for him last week, and even 100 yards. It's the Bengals and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one taken in by T. Higgins. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week. 19 carries for an even 100 yards.
Asking to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. On 2nd down now, Durant. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, that's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. On 2nd down, Durant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Panthers at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On play action, they'll throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Complete to DJ Moore. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Carolina.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the left side. Durant. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And that will be incomplete as well. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 3. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal, Carolina.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
41-yard line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys at plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Oh, he bowls over him. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's taken in by Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrase that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On third down, Durant, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Durant, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That pass complete to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Up the middle they go. Durant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Back to throw again. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. Strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Durant. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run on first down. Durant down at the 35. It'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and... They'll try the left side. Durant, and he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 30. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Durant, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage. They get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Durant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll run on first down. Durant, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On third down. Durant, he needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll get him down. Leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go. Durant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. That's complete to Chase. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it, but fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say, if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.